ಸುದ್ದಿಜಾಲ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ನಾನು ವಾಣಿಶ್ರೀ ಕುಲಕರ್ಣಿ. ಈಗ ವಿಶೇಷ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳ ಪ್ರಸಾರ ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿರಿ. ಈಗ ದೇಶದ ಜಿಡಿಪಿ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಕುರಿತು ವಿಶೇಷ ವರದಿಗಳು ನೋಡಿರಿ.
First of all, I think the first quarter numbers for the fiscal year were definitely better than expected. A lot of people attributed to the fact that the GDP deflator was much weaker this year compared to last year. But however, let's not forget that the fact that the GDP deflator would be on the weaker side was already known to most of the economists who came up with their consensus estimates. So, in some sense, the GDP deflator being on the weaker side, which is a good thing, was not an unknown aspect. That was factored into the consensus expectations of Indian economists in the private sector, and yet the GDP growth number for the first quarter in the current fiscal year was much better than expected.
Happy to be part of this today's Diamond Dialogue, and this part of country has a lot of skilled workforce, and the exports from this region is overall balanced. And regarding tariff and all this thing, and dialogues are going on. Also, we must also think about India is one of the large market, and the domestic demand for diamond is as well growing. So that is one aspect we must keep it in mind. Secondly, irrespective of tariff and all this thing, the exporter, what they always do and should do is not put all eggs in one basket, and they are already trying diversification of so many countries, diversification to so many countries, and as part of government is already engaged with free trade agreement with many countries. It has concluded with the UAE, UK, EFTA countries, Australia, and it's the negotiations are already going on with the European Union, Oman, Chile and Peru and all these things. So with all these efforts, generally the country's export should grow and reach out to many countries in the world. Thank you.
So obviously, I think the controlled inflation rate has been very, very controlled. We've had better consumption, which is boosted obviously by the adjustments that have been done in the new income tax slabs that were introduced in the last union budget. The capex spend by the government, which is the public sector capex spend. Also, I think the private sector industries, the capacity utilization has been doing very well. Rural demand has really done well as well, and what you see is that it's a broad-based growth in pretty much all the sectors, led of course by services, but also in manufacturing, in construction, in agriculture. So all the areas have seen good growth over there.
ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷಿ ವಲಯ ಬಹಳ ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ GDP 7.8% ಆಗಿರೋದು ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷದ ಸುದ್ದಿ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಚೀನಾನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಚೀನಾ 5.2 ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು 7.8 ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ GDP ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 15 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದನೂ ಭಾಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ 15 ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮೀರಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ್ದು ಸಾಧನೆ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಮೇರಿಕಾ ನಮಗೆ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ 50 ಮೊದಲು 25 ಆಯಿತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ 25%, 50% ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶ ಇಷ್ಟು GDP ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸಾಧನೆ. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ವೇಗದಲ್ಲಿ GDP ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ್ದು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧನೆ GDP ಇವತ್ತು 7.8% ಆಗಬೇಕ ಕಾರಣ ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಡಳಿತ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧನೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಇನ್ನೂ GDP ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಶಾಭಾವನೆಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ.